Here's this week's edition of Twitter-pated with moi, Shelly Martinez. If you don't know how it works, this is how it works. So when you follow me on Twitter and then all of a sudden you see this alert that says, let's get Twitter-pated, that means you're going to have 30 minutes to ask me anything or just leave a comment and maybe I'll comment you back here on the YouTube channel. You know, I was just trying to think of a way to be fun and exciting and something a little different, a little unusual to interact with my fans, and I came up with this. How did I come up with the name? I love Disneyland. I love it. I love all the old movies, and I was thinking, you know, Twitter, and I just kept thinking of Twitter-pated from Bambi, so there it is. I wanted to mesh who I am with a cool name that works for all of us. Now let's get Twitter-pated. We have from The Real Rye Dog. I miss you tremendously. Will you ever consider going back to WWE if given the chance? You know, I get asked this question a lot, and you know, I always tell people I just kind of feel like I don't belong there, like I'm, you know, just not meant to be there. And here is the reason why. I know a lot of people say, well, why not? TNA pays horribly, and you know, you can make all this money in WWE, why not go for that? Well, there's a lot involved with making all that money, your schedule, the restrictions on your lifestyle, things like that. So it's like, I'd rather take the pay cut and go with somebody like TNA, where maybe I'm not going to make as much as WWE, but I'm free to be myself and do what I want. And you know, I really want to just embrace living here in Hollywood and trying to use wrestling and my persona in wrestling to, you know, get me further. I want to do more acting, more modeling, more things of that nature. So I hope that's a more clear answer for everyone. Next we have Rye Walkinshaw. I hope I got that right. He says, what is your favorite thing to do? My favorite thing to do is just to go out with Danielle, and like, even, you know, we walk out here on Hollywood Boulevard. I think that's really exciting because I always wanted to live close to Hollywood Boulevard. And now I'm here with Danielle and the Mertzes. So my favorite thing to do is simple. I just like to go maybe to a happy hour or, you know, some dinner where we get, you know, maybe some wine. There's this great place that is our favorite, and they have hookah there and reasonable prices, and they have hummus. I love hummus. So right now, my favorite thing to do is go down there with Danielle. Cafe something, craves. I'll find out for you. How about that? Next, we have @JSnyder. How are you doing today? Have you seen any good movies lately? Well, I'm doing really good. I've had such a great day. Danielle's going to be coming home soon, and I've just been really inspired today, really full of energy, full of life, and just, man, tripping out all day, but it's all good. Man, let's see, movies. I have been watching old stuff lately, but you know, we don't have a TV yet. Just settling in still into this apartment. I've only been here for, you know, gosh, maybe almost a month now. Oh my gosh, maybe. Anyways, I would say that recently, what's the last one I watched? I've been watching like Wayne's World, Pretty Woman, Three Amigos, movies like definitely Spaceballs the movie, and I've just really been embracing that. But one movie that I'm dying to find the DVD of, I don't know where it's packed, man, is One Crazy Summer. I love that movie. @XX Miley Momsen XX says, if you could star in the remake of any horror movie, what would it be? Well, here's the thing. I love the movie Psycho. It really had an impact on me when I was a little girl, to where when I started going on the road on a regular basis with WWE, I used to always have the curtain or door open this much in that shower, because in case that Norman Bates is there, man. And I know this story I've definitely talked about, so you may be familiar with it, but I'll repeat it. It haunted me so much that one time, long story short as I could make it, I was on the road with Kelly, CM Punk, Thorne, Test, Sabu, and I feel there's a couple people I'm missing, but those are the ones I definitely remember. And Kelly and I were sharing a room, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my gosh, Shelly, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, what? She's like, the bath, it has blood in it. And I'm thinking, oh, gross. It's like someone maybe cut themselves shaving, and probably in there. So we go in there, and there's this big, thick thing of blood. It was just so disgusting. And hello, Psycho, it freaked me out. I couldn't sleep the rest of the night when they put us just a couple doors down, by the way. I didn't sleep all night. So I don't know if it sounds cheap, though. Is it cheap? Because they already did make Psycho. So I don't know. I hope that answers suffice. At Zemo, Ziemino, I don't know. Sorry, amigo. Will you do an interview for my documentary next time you're in New York? How about this? Next time you know that I'm going to be in New York, because I will totally promote it so you'll know, tweet me and we'll talk about it. You never know. Maybe, maybe. At Big Tony 562 says, best song to start the day off to. Hashtag random. Hashtag rock and roll high school. That's a good one, right? Rock and roll high school. Ramones has definitely been on my playlist in the morning, but it always depends on how I feel. Sometimes it's a Bee Gees morning. Sometimes it's a Martini Lounge morning. Sometimes it's a playlist.com, which you guys see me tweet when I'm listening to it. Here's the connection with that. The last time I was kind of like in this familiar zone of like how I am right now. I'm like this transitional period. And that's when I left Kentucky to come back to California, and I moved to Anaheim. And it was a really interesting time in my life. I learned so much. And now it's kind of like part 2 of that. And I made up this playlist. And when I was with TNA, I would listen to it like all the time when I was at home getting ready, doing castings, just trying to move forward with my life, understanding my life. Fred. So definitely my playlist, which starts off with Riders on the Stone, and yet it has the Revenge of the Nerds song. It has Henry Rollins. It has everything. Dean Martin. Listen to it. I always post it all the time. You should check it out. Now we have at Boy Toy Matias. Hashtag Twitterpated. What kind of music do you usually listen to, and any favorite bands or singers? Well, I guess I kind of answered that in this last one, but definitely a list of people who I really, really enjoy are Jimi Hendrix, you got, The Doors, you got Jethro Tull. I love Jethro Tull. I love the Black Eyed Peas. I love Madonna. I love Cyndi Lauper. I love Poison. I love the Ramones. I love the Misfits. I love Josh Strickland. Haters, 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 please go home. Man, there's just too many. Stone Temple Pilots, Guns N' Roses, Henry Mancini does a great composer, does the Pink Panther theme, the Charlie's Angels theme. One of my favorite little tunes, Baby Elephant Walk. You may have seen it on The Simpsons. When Homer does the, running Homer. Gosh, there's just so much. I don't know what to tell you. I love Patsy Cline too. I don't know. I hope that helps your list. Next we have the one, the only, Mr. Crowley. Hey, Mr. Crowley. I know that you just simply retweeted, but I just wanted to give you a little shout out anyways for always supporting everything I do. My site, my YouTube channel, everything. So, yay Crowley, yay Crowley, yay Crowley. Up next we have at Ontario. Ooh. I added a couple O's, just thought it'd be sassy. Do you plan on returning to TNA at all? Or are you done with TNA? Well, I really would like to go back. I really think that me and Cookie teaming together, it'll be crazy. Because let me tell you something. You know me. You may be a fan of Cookie because we have a lot of similarities, same kind of vibes in certain ways, but still different. And then you could be a fan of both of us, but you don't know how we are together behind the scenes when it's not showtime. There's like this magic that happens. Me and one of my BFFs hanging out, igniting each other's souls on fire. So, holy smokes, if you put us in a ring together, tagging, we'd be unstoppable. At 281 fan says, if you were a superhero, what superpowers would you have? Well, you mean when I'm not being sprinkles. Something that I always thought would be really cool, and I would fantasize about it when I was a little girl, is that show Out of This World when Evie, she could freeze time and then unfreeze time, but then she can touch you and like you can be unfrozen with her. I think I can really benefit from that. At Werewolf Mike asks, hey Shelly, what 70s, 80s, 90s movie or TV show needs to be remade with you as the star? It's funny you say that because I've always ran my mouth about one of my favorite movies on Funtime Radio, on Martinez Girls, when I was trying to do Geek Week, the whole shebang. And I always go back to One Crazy Summer. And it's been haunting me in a weird way, in an impressing way. You know, I've been hearing references from that movie, and I typically don't hear them unless I'm bringing them up first. So, I don't know. I think that's my answer. I'd love to play Cassandra. I'm so a Cassandra in some ways. I totally relate to the character. And I don't know. I think it would be fun. At Ansco91. I'm sorry. What wrestling organizations would you like to work for now, if any? Again, just going back to TNA, I think it'd be a good fit because, again, it could be something that could help me out with my website, which is something I care so much about, you know, just being able to artistically do whatever I want and just really be fan interacting and the whole thing. So TNA would just really work out for me. It fits my life. At Mazza, I don't know. But here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Mozza. I know we've tweeted before because every time I see your name, it makes me think of mozzarella. And what do you think about when you have mozzarella? Either pizza or mozzarella sticks that are deep fried, which I can't be eating. Hello. So just so you know, you're mozzarella. Anyways, mozzarella says, question, thoughts on Kelly Kelly? Well, I brought her up earlier, and here's the thing. I think it's really cool that she's still with the company and she's really worked her way up, you know. I haven't watched her at all. I haven't been watching WWE in many years, but, you know, for her to go from the girl sent to OVW because she was a model to, I saw on Twitter she was, you know, performing at SummerSlam. Like, that's really cool. And, you know, I had fun when I wrestled with her when I was Ariel. We traveled together for a while, so, you know, positive vibes to her. That's all I gotta say. Let me give you a little demonstration. Listen. That was my skull. I'm so wasted. That was my little Jess Spicoli, because earlier I was tweeting about how I was watching different clips. I love that movie so much. And leads me to my next tweet. At Jake Gallagher says, just know she won the head smacking, so I dedicate that to you. At Star Ellie says, hi, my name is Ellie. Can we be friends? Duh, by the way, I'm everybody's friend. Last, but certainly not least, we have at Oe Zoink CB. Oe Zoink! Oe Zoink! CB, I don't know. You gained another subscriber. The reason why I wanted to make sure to add this one in is because, duh, if you haven't subscribed already to my YouTube channel, do it now! Come on, do it! Do it! I am always going to be uploading different videos, whether it be another Twitter pated, little sneak previews of what's going on my site, or just little entries. So why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel today. Until next time, I'm Shelly Martinez, and you've been Twitter pated.